salty and they hating, cause Lil Purpp is young and rich. And my girl got a girl, but her tongue got my kids. I just jumped up in that jet.
You know what I'm saying?
Lil Purpp and high demand. Yeah, these verses worth a brick. And she know that I got hoes, but she still gon' suck my dick. All these diamonds on my neck. Got the beat, bitch, from Koala. My niggas scammers and robbers. Everything hit like the Dodgers. Drop on my chains and
Yo, what's going on, world? This is your boy Najee from RapRadar.com, and today I have some very, very special guests, man. I love it when I got the new school in here doing their thing, man. These brothers right here, I got one of the hottest producers, hottest rappers in the game. We got my man SmokePurpp and my man Murda on the Beats.
SmokePurpp in here, man. You know what's going on. We're here with Rap Radar.
That's a fact. What's going on? Yeah, how does it feel? We got this Bless Your Trap coming. Everybody's talking. What is it? What does it feel like?
Shit, you know, it's a vibe, man. It's about to be crazy. It's coming out this month. Feel me? We've been working on it for like a few months, and like I feel like it's really it's a really good project. You know, I really took my time on that shit and stuff, and like, you know, Murda was going crazy.
Yeah, I feel like it's like one of the better collab tapes from an artist and a producer.
Right. Now, what was the creative process like? Like, you guys are like working together in the studio nonstop. Like,
Yeah,
kind of walk us through that. Like, what was the creative process like?
The creative process, shit, we would just always create a vibe and then just go off that. Like, you know, like go out and shit, go to the club or some shit, and then come back to the studio with mad girls. And then, you feel me, just recording it. Yeah, you feel me? And then just like that, just having fun. It was all organic, you feel me? Because, like, we're like really good friends, you feel me? So it just happened like organically. You feel me? It felt like, it felt good. It didn't feel forced and like that. We were just having fun with it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
I met Purpp like a year ago out here at Jungle City in the studio.
Nice.
So I went over and introduced myself because I fuck with his music and stuff. And I gave him some beats, and then I went back the next day. And I fuck with the shit that he did on my beats. So then we started working from there. And then probably like, when was it, like 4 months ago or something, we went to DJ Khaled's birthday party in LA.
LA?
Yeah, and then after that we went to the studio. Went to the studio, brought the vibe back to the studio. Bunch of girls and shit.
Back to the studio.
The vibe.
We brought the vibe back to the studio, and then I just started making beats from scratch, and that's when I made 1, 2, 3.
So speaking, we got this. The 1, 2, 3 is going crazy right now. Like, when you guys are creating it in that moment, do you know instantly, like, damn, this is one of them ones?
Yeah, cause we was automatically we started wilding. Yeah. Like, as soon as I came out the booth, like, we started recording. This nigga was like drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Was he drinking Douce? Shout out to the sponsor, Douce.
I was drinking Douce.
Oh, it's lit. Right. So, all right, like I said, there's one of these other records that really stood out to me. I got a chance to like listen to this project early and hear the vibe. We got this Pray record with Ferg, and that shit is stupid, bro. Like,
crazy.
What was that? Talk about that. Y'all gotta give me some insight on that. Like, what was that like?
Shit, that's one of my favorite songs on the tape. So pretty much, me and Ferg got linked in the studio, but we were gonna make some shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, he came and like he ain't even like writing that. We were just going through shit. He liked some shit. He just went in the booth and recorded. He just went in the booth and recorded.
Did you give him like direction, or he kind of uses?
He just went in and snapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snap.
How was it for you, Murda? Like, when you know what I mean, creating things sonically, like, do you have, I guess, what you want, like what you hear in your mind for the artist too? Are you kind of giving these guys direction, or are you kind of like making the beats and letting them go?
Sometimes direction, sometimes just going with the flow, right? Like, it depends. Like, the night we did 1, 2, 3, we also did Do Not Disturb and like 5 other joints in the studio, right? And then sometimes it's just me and Purpp, and then the vibe's just like, we're just low key night, you know what I'm saying, and we'll just cook up. Sometimes we're just chilling, I'll just make some beats, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes just chilling, you know what I'm saying? Fall asleep in the studio, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we got bitches in the studio.
That's a fact.
So,
how long did it, like, I guess, take to kind of create everything? Like, how long were you guys actually locked in for?
Yo, we've been locked in for like a year.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't take a year to make the project, but we've been recording together for like a year and just hanging out pretty much because we're friends also. Like, for me, it's like deeper than music too. So we've been chilling for like a year, just like recording shit. But like that day that he was talking about that we recorded all them songs in one night, that's when he was like, yo, we should make a project. And I was like, yo, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I was making the beats from scratch, and I made beats in like 20 minutes. So by the time I'm done the beat, he would just go in and just cut the record. So we were just on a roll that night, and I was like, yo, we need to do a fucking
How
album.
long does it take you to make a beat? Kind of like
20 minutes.
So you straight 20 minutes, and then you go in the booth and kind of get it in from there.
Yeah. So, well, usually by the time he's done making the beat, I'm already done writing. And then I'll just go record. Or sometimes I take a while to write. Like when I really like the beat, and I want that shit to like be perfect, because I know like I could, some beats, you feel me, I feel like I could really go crazy on. I actually be taking my time writing, and that's when you just be making mad beats.
Now, was your approach? I want to know, was your approach the same kind of on his beats? Because like I can hear you kind of getting better. Like I said, the Big Bucks record, that record is going crazy. Big Bucks is fire. Like, does your approach kind of change while you were in the studio making records with him, as opposed to like?
Yeah. Cause like I just learned more shit that I could get on and more shit that I could do, like working with other people, like working with him, like other than other people, like he brings out like other shit that I could do, cause of like his certain style of beats.
Right.
So yeah.
That's a fact. Now, Murda, you out here making, like I said, I heard the Fortnite beat. You making beats over the Fortnite.
Yeah.
What's up? Like, where do you kind of, just get the mentality to kind of try stuff like that? And you don't use too many samples, it feels like, but kind of starting to.
I just try to outsmart the competition. But really, I'm just competing with myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm just in my own lane.
Really, I'm just competing with myself.
But yeah, like the Fortnite beat, like I was just like, man, I just need to make a beat with the Fortnite music, because Fortnite's on such a crazy wave right now.
Crazy wave. Y'all play? Y'all be on it?
I suck.
Yeah.
I suck.
I'm a beast, but you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just be like, I'm just gonna get like all the best, like all like the rappers that play Fortnite all the time. Yeah. I'm just gonna get them all on the record and then just drop the shit.
That's fine.
So I just be trying to do like creative stuff like that, you know?
I see, obviously, Drake and Travis was on the Fortnite wave, going off and doing their thing.
Shout out to Trav and Drake.
Yeah, shout out to you guys both have, history with Trav and Drake, you know what I'm saying? Are you signed to Trav? Like, is that a thing? I mean, we saw the rumors of that. And
I mean, that's gang. It's like gang shit.
Right. Homies, okay.
Yeah, I'm like Cactus Jack. You feel me? It's just gang.
Right. So I guess, Murda, talk about your kind of approach, like, you know what I'm saying? You working with all these guys. I know I heard you say one time, like people didn't take you seriously until you produced for Drake and Migos.
When did I say that?
Like I read it in the interview. You don't remember that? You don't recall?
Nah.
It might have been Double XL, I think. I read it in the interview. No? Do you feel like that? Is that something you feel like?
I don't know. I feel like now people take me seriously.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the time, like now, yeah, absolutely.
Even before Drake, I feel like people started to take me seriously once like the Migos started to get the recognition that they were supposed to get. Because I feel like at one point like they were just underdogs and I was just the underdog too. You know, like I was coming up down south from Canada, so every time I would go to down south, I would get in the mix, but then I would always like go back home for a little bit, so I was always getting in and out the mix. All these other guys were just in the mix all the time, living in the shits for like a couple years, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like I feel like I feel like I still am an underdog, you know? So.
Even with all of the records and recognition going on, you still feel that?
Underdog status.
Yeah. All right, I feel that. Now I know it was interesting because you produced too, right? Like I heard you saying you produced. Your beats was trash back in high school.
Yeah, very trash.
Well, I mean, what was it that kind of just got you into rapping? Was it just like, damn?
Yeah, because my shit was so trash, nobody wanted to use that shit. So I just had to use it like myself. Yeah. And then I just started like rapping on them and rapping on other beats too. And then that shit just started to pop off.
But what was the moment that it kind of just clicked for you where you knew, right? Like we in a new age, right? I
don't know. The thing is, I did rap last because I don't like all the attention, like the spotlight and shit. So I never got into rap. That's why that was the last thing I did. Like before that, I knew how to DJ. Like I had to learn how to produce. Like I took TV production. Like I did like
everything.
Yeah, but like you feel me, everything but rap. Like that was the last thing I did. Just because I don't like.
You want to do it? You was just like
I knew how to do it. I just didn't. I'm not the type that likes like all the attention and shit like that. You feel me? Like, I'm not like that. And then I was like, yo, fuck it. Like I would just try rapping, and then that's the shit that popped off.
Right. Was it just from like the digital standpoint, like you knew, cause you guys got this.
I just understood it. I understood it from before I blew up. I just understood it, and I knew what I had. Like I knew what I had to do, just cause I studied it. I studied the game so much, like before I started rapping, cause it was the last thing I did. So yeah, it was the last thing I did. So I was just studying it. And then by the time I started, like I already knew, like I had the blueprint. Like so.
Okay. So Murda, I think I heard how you were kind of instrumental. Like I know when the drill music scene was going off and going crazy, you was out there like packing your bags, going to Chicago, trying to make links happen. Like, what kind of gave you? Because everybody's not doing that, right? Like in this digital age, niggas will send you a tweet or you know what I mean, whatever type beat on your tweets and all that.
Everybody's hiding behind like a profile pic.
Yeah.
On Facebook or Twitter, you know.
Right.
And I just decided I was like, yo, if I want to really get out there, I just like flew to Chicago dolo.
Dolo, like fuck it, I'm just going.
Yeah, I knew some rappers in the south side of Chicago.
Yeah.
And then I just like, yo, I need to get on this drill wave before it goes super crazy, right? So I started like fuck around with like GBE and all them. Yeah. Got some shit with Chief Keef and stuff.
How'd you meet them? Like you had friends of friends, or like you pulled up in Chicago, like yo, where Keith live at? I got
friends of friends. It was like on the internet, like Twitter, Facebook. I just always use like social media to like get to people. Same with the Migos. I got social media, got to them, and then they fuck with my beats. They flew me out, and then I just started living with them when they blew up and shit, going on tour with them and everything.
You lived in Atlanta?
I used to stay with the Migos.
How long were you like with them?
I used to go there all the time.
This is YRN days, like.
This is like YRN days, No Label 2, Streets on Lock. It's like in the Sprinter, going to all the shows, doing the whole circuit.
Super early. What was that work ethic like? Because we know Quavo and them cranking out records. Like, how was that?
That's why I got so quick at making beats. Because they'd be like, man, Murda, what the fuck, man? They'd be like, Zaytoven was making beats in 10 minutes, man. What the fuck? So I'd be like, oh shit. So I just had to start making beats fast as fuck. Yeah. So they just pushed me. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
For the better.
So I mean, I guess like I said, even with Migos, right? Like the Pipe It Up. That was like the first, you know what I mean, look that we saw like industry-wise, like, oh shit, like, did you know when Pipe It Up was happening that was something special?
Yeah, that was a moment in music and the world, just like with the dab, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But honestly, like, I don't know if you guys remember the record Emmett Smith. That was like the first time anyone's ever dabbed in a music video, and that was back in 2013. So that was how the dab really started. Yeah. And that was just an expression. Just Quavo would just be like, oh, like the beat was so hard when he dropped, he just did the ad lib, and they just did the move, but it wasn't even called the dab.
It was just
so then they just called it dabbing, and then with Pipe It Up, they started calling the dance move dab, and that's when it went viral. And then you already know how like Cam Newton, everyone in sports. Hillary Clinton, as everyone started dabbing.
Everybody on that.
It's a Hillary Clinton.
That's a fact. Yeah, she was on that. So, yo, Purpp, tell me how much did the drill wave affect what you was doing, bro? Like
a lot. It completely, like 100% influenced me to rap. That's what made me rap. Yeah. Yeah, like the whole like drill movement. That's because that's what I was watching, bro. When I was like in middle school, that's what was out at the moment. That's what was like going on. So I was just watching that shit. Yeah. And I fucked with Keith heavy. Like I fucked with his music. Like back then, I seen that, and then Gucci. You feel me? I was watching Gucci before that.
Shut up, WAP.
So like all middle school, like you feel me, like Gucci and shit. And then that pretty much influenced me to rap and my style of rap too.
Right. I heard you even got like 50 in your top, like you showed.
Definitely.
50 and G Unit a lot of respect, man.
Hell yeah, 50's far. Yeah, I fuck with 50 too.
That was like an influence of yours? Or?
Yeah, I listened to 50 like all my childhood. Yeah. I fuck with 50 too. Yeah. Like I had all his tapes, all his everything, bro. I had that shit.
I remember I had to get my parents to go buy me the Massacre. I was too young to go buy that shit.
Yeah, I had all that shit too.
Right. So do y'all like, cause we see like obviously like the generation gap in hip hop, right? Like you got the older listeners, you got the new wave guys, and like when people always like to ask the young guys like how they feel about like Pac and Biggie and shit, and you know what I mean, those kinds of things. Like when y'all think of legends, how like what's the perspective on that? Is that something y'all pay attention to and listen to, or is it just like it is what it is? Like
I used to like listen to like I had phases. I would like listen to a lot of Pac, a lot of Biggie. A lot of Wu-Tang, a lot of this, a lot of that. Like I used to like go through all that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like out of all the OGs, I feel like my favorite is Biggie. I feel like out of all of them, his music's still relevant enough to play in the clubs nowadays, and people fuck with it, right? Like you could throw on a Biggie song in the middle of fucking, you could play 1, 2, 3 and then Biggie and then still some other shit, and like people fuck with it, right?
Yeah. You same with you? Like do you? What?
For me, it's more like I respect both of them, but I don't know which one. Like I don't really have a favorite. I never really got into like listening to like.
Yeah, I mean, do you think like knowing the history is that important to you?
Oh yeah, of course. You gotta know your history. Like you gotta know your. It's like it's the roots. You feel me? If you're gonna do something, you gotta know the roots. Yeah. Like, yeah.
Right. All right. So let's.
They paved the way.
Yeah, they paved the way for us. Like they
you gotta respect the OGs.
They were the first to put like their faces in the front for us. You feel me? For other people to do it,
right?
Be able to do it. So you gotta respect them. You feel me? Those are the OGs. Like they're the reason we don't gotta like go through all like the bullshit. You feel me?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
So talk to me about like, cause you know, like I said, we in this age, this digital age, like where you know, if you could finesse the internet, you can make shit happen. You know what I mean? And you guys are like going viral so often, and millions of followers and all that. What is that? Is that a conscious thing to you? Like just kind of branding yourself internet wise, or like how does that work?
It's kind of it's just knowing how to move on the internet, and just knowing how the internet works, and just like thinking in all different type of perspectives, like in like what other people want to see, like thinking about in other people's like views and shit. Just you know what I'm saying? Just understanding everybody and like everything around you. You feel me? That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah. You gotta know how to like interact with the fans and stuff. You know?
Yeah, you just gotta.
That's like a whole new like honestly like right now it's like you could like post Purpp could post some shit right now that could go viral, and that's worth more for promotion than like what a label could really do. You know what I'm saying? Like me going on live and like Drake hopping in my live and saying some shit on my live, that's more promo than a label could pay for it, right?
Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, I just want to like, just in terms of like the new wave digital age, like I said, I just think it's interesting. Like a lot of the guys, like you said, you got the Florida tat up, the new Florida tat, we tatted up, face tats, man, and you know what I'm saying? It's just a new generation, man. Like Florida's got this wave going on that's crazy. UX. Ski mask. Can you talk about I guess just that kind of whole movement right now?
It's crazy. It's crazy because like everybody that was a part of the movement blew up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the craziest part. That everybody that was doing the shit blew up. Like
you know that
around the same time. Nobody. I don't think anybody knew that was gonna happen like that.
Yeah.
I think everybody was just trying to have fun. Like type shit. Everybody was doing it for fun. Like it was like a Florida thing. Like for me, only we knew. Like for me, like.
Yeah.
Type shit, and then the whole world. After that, the whole world found out about it. So you feel me? It's crazy.
Right.
It's
so
crazy.
Was it live in the city? Like you felt it in the city, kind of first before?
Oh yeah, of course. It was like that's where it originated. Like Rolling Loud, bro. I remember when that shit was like small. Like, you feel me? Like that shit was just small, bro. Like.
Right.
So yeah, like I literally like just watched all this shit just go crazy, like go up. Like I remember like all of us doing like little ass shows together, like little promoters throwing these shows, like just random little promoters just booking like little venues and just booking like us, like the same people that are blown up. And that shit is crazy, like to see everybody like go to like a wild level.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
And you even like a lot of the songs on the project in general, like they're shorter songs, right? Like they like 2 minutes, it seems like a conscious decision now that everything is short and sweet and quick. Is that like?
Yeah, I mean, shit. Now I'm getting used to making everything a little longer now. Like for this tape, like
why is that? Why?
Just because I want to give the fans like a little more now.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Like I feel like they deserve that. Like I got to make like longer shit. You know what I'm saying? So this tape, there was like a whole bunch of songs like that I had to add a second verse to just to make them longer and stuff. So.
Is that a conscious decision to make them shorter? Like when you're doing it, you try to make it shorter like that?
Yes, I like making them short sometimes.
Why?
Just cause one it's like the way I started making the music, so I know my fans fuck with that, like they don't mind it being 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And two, just because it gives it more replay value, I feel like.
Right.
Sometimes songs don't need a second verse.
Yeah.
But sometimes the hook's so hard you need to add a second verse so the hook comes around 3 times.
Are you conscious of that when you creating like that way? Like, damn, I want this shit to be 2 minutes only. I don't want it. Is that something that you kind of conscious of, or you just kind of let it rock as is?
I just create the music for the artist to paint their, like I create the canvas, right, and then the artist is the painter.
Yeah. So what is it that you learned from guys like Boy Wonder, who's kind of took you under the wing, showed you a couple things? And
yeah, Boy Wonder definitely showed me a couple of things. Shout out to Boy Wonder.
Yeah.
He's an OG, man.
What type of shit you learned from him? Like
it's like drums, mixing, a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
It's often just cooking up with him a couple times,
Just cooking up in the studio together and you just picking up things?
Just pulling up at his crib, trying to soak up as much as I can.
Yeah. So when this motorsport dropped, man, like I said, because you taking on this life, right? Like Baca kind of gave that whole ad lib, Murda on the Beat, so it's not nice.
Yeah, shout out Baca, man.
Yo, when we hear that shit give me the like, oh shit, like.
See, I had the tag before people even knew who Baca was.
Yeah.
I'm in the studio with Trav. Trav's like, is that Baca? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh shit, like,
right.
like That's just crazy. And then Baca blew up off that record that he had in the summer and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. Yeah. And then people started to realize, oh shit, that's Baca saying Murda's tag.
Facts.
So yeah, shout out to Baca.
When you ended up on Drake's album, right? Well, first I want to talk about Views, right? Because I listened to Views. You had the With You record, and it's interesting because like when we thinking of Murda, like Murda got them hard trap beats that knock. 808's going crazy.
Shit, that hard and shit.
But when you hear With You though, the With You record is like, oh shit. Like,
when that track list came out, everyone's like, oh shit, Murda and Drake got a trap banger. And then the album came out, everyone was like, no, what the fuck? Everyone was like, yo, what the fuck? This is crazy. I didn't know you could make these type of beats. You know what I'm saying? That's just me and Party going crazy, you know? Shout out to Party next door. He's like one of the most talented artists I've ever worked with.
Right.
I've seen, you know what I'm saying?
What do you think is, what's talented about him? What is it about him that
He's a genius, musical genius.
He's definitely like one of my favorite artists.
You ever work with him? Like,
no, I never worked with him, but he's definitely like in my top favorite artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you did it, like, were you purposely trying to showcase that versatility? Like,
nah, he Party brought that out to me in the studio. We were just cooking up one night in LA. Right when I got out there, I flew out there, and then we locked in. That was like the first song we made together. Yeah. Like, not the first song we ever made together, but like when I flew out there, that was the first song of the night we made. Boom. Right. And then you know.
Well, just talk about your networking, man, because like that's a big part of your story, right? Is like Murda, you've been able to kind of network in a space and capacity that a lot of young guys don't really do, right? A lot of young guys, like we said earlier, they stuck behind Facebook and the computers, and you've kind of learned how to build relationships. How important is that?
Your network is your net worth, right? So I was just using social media to get to everyone. I'd use Twitter. I would wait till like 3 a.m. when like an artist would tweet, and then I would hit them, yo, I'm trying to send you some beats, like right when they tweet at like 3 a.m. when no one's on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I used to do that, just grinding all the time. And then just started getting to the point where it's like now I'm trying to show face and pull up on people, right? And that's like really when I started like build my name. People started to respect me, get face card as the white boy in the game.
Right.
And then
How does that feel though, right? Like when
it's a blessing.
People are saying like, oh, that's the white boy in the game. Like how does that feel?
People are still finding I'm white today.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? It's funny.
Right. Do you ever feel like not resistance, but like do people kind of write you off in that sense, like or is it just?
Yeah, like at first people like it was crazy, like you know what I'm saying. No one thought I could make trap music because I was white and shit. Yeah. But yeah, it definitely kicked down the door.
Right. All right, so let's talk about Perk. I want to get into that Purgatory record you got. You know what I'm saying? That
from
one.
Death Star.
Yeah, from Death Star. That's a vibe, right? Like that shit is kind of trippy, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I be doing all type of shit.
Yeah. All right, so talk about that. Like we know like in this era we gotta, you know, everyone's talking about the Zins and the perks and all of that. Like how important is that for you? Just the drugs in terms of like not necessarily just like in terms of just creating, right? Like how important is that in your creative process?
Not that important anymore, cause I had to like stop with like all the pills and shit. I mean, I still drink lean. Yeah. Like you feel me? I be drinking lean when I record, sometimes too.
Does it give you?
Yeah, it definitely helps. Like with the writing process and like, cause it kind of just makes you more creative at the moment. So it helps with like the writing process. I don't be drinking it like that though, like wildly. Yeah. But yeah, smoking weed, like it be helping like write like the creativity flow better and shit like that also.
Right. How like you said you write, like is that a like you got the book, you just sitting there writing, or is it kind of like, you know, because the fans are trying to get in your head, like how does Perp really create these things, like you know what I'm saying?
It's usually all right, so let me just
break it down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's usually I'll just listen to a beat, and then the way I'll know like if the beat is a hit, like I really fuck with it, is if I play the beat, and then the flow just automatically comes to me. Like if the flow automatically
the flow first.
Yeah. The flow automatically comes to me. I'm like, okay, this shit is hard because it just came to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then so what I would do is just like probably record the flow and like throw some words in there, and then I'll write the words down. You feel me? Then I'll do the words, and then I'll record that.
Right.
Feel me? So that's the main thing. That's how I first get it done.
But how's the atmosphere? Like, does the atmosphere matter? Cause like
we might have to go do some shit. We might have to go pull up on some bitches. You know what I'm saying? Go to a party, get some inspiration, come back, make a beat.
We gotta create the vibe first. So we gotta hit the strip club or some shit.
Yeah.
And then go to the studio. You feel me?
Gotta get inspired to make music.
Inspiration.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or just have like girls in the studio. You feel me? Just have a party in that bitch.
Yeah.
While I'm recording.
Bringing the vibe.
Bringing the vibe. That's the key for this shit. Bringing the vibes.
The vibes.
All right.
There's stories to tell.
Yeah. So what do you guys expect from this? You know, this project, right? Like we see there's a lot of collab projects happening now, right? We're in an era where, you know, you even had some joints in the Honcho Jack, you know, tape.
Oh yeah.
What do you guys expect just from this collab? Like
set the bar.
In what way?
High.
just cause every track is not like, it's not half-assed. Like, you know, every track goes hard. Like, I'm actually saying shit, and it's like, it's just gonna set a certain bar. Like, a lot of niggas are gonna have to scrap their mixtapes when this shit comes out. It's gonna be like that.
Shit.
Like,
yeah.
Nah, for real.
Yeah.
Like, we really took our time. We really went crazy on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like.
That's a fact, and I can co-sign that. Like I said, I heard the tape. They got some shit on there.
Yeah.
Now, how important is something like the XXL list to you, right? Like, 'cause, you know, that time's coming up. You know what I'm saying? The list is gonna be out. Everyone's making a fuss and a deal about it. Is that something like? Do you give a shit about that at this point, or do you like?
Nah.
What's that like for you?
I mean, I give a shit about it. It's cool. Like, for me, I hope I make XXL. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it's a good platform for artists to, you know, get like a nice breakthrough if you're like at that verge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, XXL is definitely fire.
If you don't make it, you gonna be mad?
No. If I don't make it, I won't be mad. I'll just try to, you know, I'll try to make it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I feel that. Now, Murda, I know was the first, like, I guess beat you got placed. Was it for Soulja Boy? Was that like the first major placement? I guess that they.
I don't know if that's major, but yeah, it was a placement.
At the time.
I don't know if that's major.
At the time, right?
Yeah.
Did that change something for you at that moment, or was it just like an inspiration for you? Like,
yeah, it was cool. That was like 3 months into producing.
3 months?
But the beat was whack.
So how'd you get that off? Like what?
Soulja Boy rapped on a whack beat. I don't know.
So he just heard it and he was like, "Fuck it, like it is what it is." Like, whatever.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Do you ever have beats like that you send off that you feel like a whack that?
All the time. I think everything I make is whack.
Why?
Cause I have like, I always like, how do I say this? I'm never satisfied. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So every time something comes out, I'm like, fuck, I need something bigger. I need something better. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So when you hear Motorsport all over the fucking radio, you just like, man.
That beat was fire. When I made that beat, I was like, that's just hard.
That's what I'm saying.
I made that beat in my boy's condo on like a Bose speaker this big.
What?
Yeah.
What you use? Like what program?
FL.
FL.
FL Gang for life, man. Come on.
All right,
man.
all right. Yeah, y'all hear that? FL is still out here getting
FL.
it. Major platinum plaques off the FL. So when Motorsport, did you know like everyone was on that? Because obviously, like you said, you have your connection with the Migos. It's a record with the Migos, Cardi, Nicki. Did you know that, you know, it was gonna be all of that?
Yeah, when I found out, I was like, damn, it's gonna be some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you hear shit first, like before
Yeah,
you send it out?
I was bumping that record when it was just like the Migos and stuff, and then like, you know, they worked their little move, and yeah, that song went crazy. I feel like that was like a big moment in music.
Right. I mean, how important is it to you, like just kind of getting shit out there? And it's like the platinum plaques, right? Like you got a couple of them under your belt right now. Like is that something you're cognizant of, like career wise? Like I need these platinum plaques, or is that?
It keeps you going.
Yeah.
It keeps me going, you know. I want to just make music that's gonna like inspire people, you know what I'm saying? And it's like inspire people to like make music, or like inspire you to do something, or like you might wake up and hear that shit and want to go to the gym and work out, or just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to like make music that's gonna like impact the world in a positive way.
Yeah.
Even if like a song's about some negative shit.
Same with you, same type of vibe.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all out here blessing the trap, you know what I'm saying? We got this.
Murder Bless Your Trap.
Talk about it. So I mean,
April.
Do we got a date?
Wait, what month is it?
At?
I don't even know what date it is.
No.
Oh, you guys?
Yeah, take that back.
April,
Take that back.
But April, like mid-April and
April.
yeah. Y'all got some videos shot or what we looking at?
Yeah, we got some shit in the vault. We got other videos to shoot too.
We got some remixes on the way, you know what I'm saying?
Right. All right. So now, we definitely looking forward to that, man. We got a chance to, you know what I'm saying, sit down with you. You guys got the chance to pull up on the kid.
You know what I'm saying? I'm very blessed.
Absolutely.
Bless the trap.
Y'all
I came to bless the trap.
You know what I'm saying? You got to bless the cigar talk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But listen, man, like I said, we glad you guys got a chance to come pull up. We looking forward to this tape, man. Y'all got to support that Rap Radar. We like the shit y'all doing, man.
Appreciate it, man.
I want to see that work, all right?
Appreciate that, bro.
That's a fact. Yo, this is Rap Radar. Dope ass episode. I hope y'all enjoyed that.
Ashcat.
Hey,
Young Murda checking out.
So it's not nice. Blah.